TVASIA Telugu ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ hello. A very happy new year and welcome back to yet another fabulous episode of our talk show with experts. మనతో ఉన్నారు మన immigration expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, happy new year to you also Andy, and thank you so much for being on the show today.
Sure, thanks for inviting Andy.
Call our expert on 1833-882-8872. I'm sorry, just hold on for 1 second. Sorry, Rahul.
Go ahead. You're good. My mistake.
Watch us on Yup TV, Facebook, YouTube, Sling TV, World BBTV, and Dish Network. All right, coming to the topic for today without any further delay. Rahul garu, this is an interesting one. We've talked about this earlier as well. Is an 800K EB-5 investment the quickest path to an EAD? 800K, that is insane, Andy. At least back in my time, it was 500K, which I thought was basically reaching down my throat and taking my lungs out, for the lack of a better metaphor. But this is even more crazy as I see it. But please tell us about this and whether it's even worth it at this point.
People have to decide whether it's worth it or not. 800K right now, it's available where you can invest 800K, you can apply for the EAD, and you will be getting the EAD. It may not be in 2 to 3 months, it may take up to 4 to 5 months. Okay. Previously, Nitya garu, that before we have this to file the adjustment of status, you know what an adjustment of status is. After I-140, you file the adjustment of status. Many of our audiences know. Now, similar to the I-140, there is something called I-526 form. That's called investor petition by stand-alone investor. If these people invest $800,000 in certain programs that are approved by the USCIS, they can file this I-526 form along with the 485 application. Right now, for certain categories, the priority date is current. The problem here is in about a couple of months, in about 3 to 4 months, that's going to go back.
Okay.
So as we know that EB-1 is backlogged, EB-2 is backlogged, EB-3 is backlogged, and all categories are backlogged for Indian nationals except for EB-5. Now, unfortunately, we cannot port the date from EB-1 to EB-5 or any other category to EB-5. That's a bad luck about it. So if somebody has a priority date of 2016, can they port right now into EB-5? The answer is no. Can they port to EB-1? Yes. So if people who may not be qualified for EB-1, most probably, most of the people are like me, Tom, Dick, and Harry may not be qualified for EB-1, but there are some extraordinary, if somebody has extraordinary abilities, they can try to qualify under EB-1 program. Okay. But this EB-5, if you file the I-526 right now, though, you may be locking the age of the kid, though, because the priority date is current. Yes. So that's a great advantage that people can take it. They can file this one and file this application. And once this application is approved, then they will get the green card at the same time when this application is approved. Now, the green card is not going to come very quickly. If you have hopes that the green card is going to come with the $800,000, the green card is going to come in 3 months, that's a lie. Don't believe it. That the EAD will come very soon and you will be locking the age of the kid. These are the advantages. And this provision may not be there because for certain categories, it's already backlogged for the EB-5. Only certain categories are there. So for us Indians who wants to take advantage of it, this is the right time for them to take. Maybe 4 or 5 months later on, or 3 or 4 months later on, they may not have that thing. They may not be able to take advantage. So people who can afford that and want to look into it, they should contact an immigration lawyer how to look into this. There are some investment channels where you can go and discuss with those investment channel people. Once you like it, they like it, you're going to get it. There are some fake agencies that are coming up saying that, oh, you just put $200,000, you're going to get the EAD. I strongly tell them not to believe it. The reason is that this is a 4-year process, though. You may get an EAD, but you will probably get a denial if you only invested $200,000. Not probably, you most probably will get the investment denied, this I-526, because the immigration requirement is that you have to risk your $800,000. If you only put $200,000, how can you risk $800,000? They will tell you all kind of stories. There are a lot of denials in this I-486. You have to be very careful when what kind of investment agency that you're choosing.
Okay.
So right now, as I said, Nitya Garu, this may not be available because it's already backlogged for certain categories in EB-5. Only certain categories of EB-5 are left out right now. Infrastructure and certain other categories are there for us right now to invest in. Okay.
Got it. So Rahul Garu, previously when we used to talk about EB-5, you were not very hopeful or, about,
right. I was very discouraging at that point of time.
Correct.
For main reason is that previously we couldn't file the 485 application along with the I-526.
Okay.
Right now we have the capacity to file the 485 application along with the 526. So the age does not get locked. There are a lot of deficiencies if the age does not get locked. There are also that how much time the I-526 takes. Now that takes a long time for the I-526. It may take even 4 years and 5 years for the I-526 to be approved. Now, if it takes 4 or 5 years though, to file the 485 application, that's a lot of delay for us. Right now, we can file the I-485 along with the I-526 form.
Okay. And Rahul Garu, does a person have to be here in order to apply through this EB-5? Or can it be someone who's also sitting in India and, wanting to apply through an EB-5?
They can, even the person who's sitting in India can apply for EB-5. However, there is a small catch there.
Okay.
Remember what I told you, that you can file the I-526 at the same time. At the same time, you can file the 485.
Right.
Remember, there is no 485. Since there is no 485, this person has to get the I-526 approved. Then that application will be sent to their home country, and they have to apply for the green card there. Now, there is a catch point here that everybody needs to know.
Okay.
Normally, when you get an employment-based green card, when you look into it, it expires in 10 years. Doesn't mean that you only got green card for 10 years. It's a permanent green card. It's just that you just have to go give a biometrics, make sure that you haven't done any criminal activities and some minor things that make sure, then you get the green card renewal. It's online, you do it and you just go give the biometrics, you get that done. Now, when it comes to this EB-5 green card though, it's only valid for 2 years. And within 90 days before that, you have to then go, you have to tell that that investment is still there, it's still running, it is giving the employment. And then you have to file a waiver for the waiver. It's called I-829 application. And if you do the I-829 application, then there's a processing time for that too. So the total time period for getting the green card is a very lengthy period, but you will get an EAD. The person can get an EAD and they can do, on the EAD, what can they do? They can flip a burger in McDonald's, they can be a Microsoft CEO, they can do multiple jobs, they can sit at home and do nothing. They can be a real estate agent. They can be anything they want to. They can be managing the restaurant. Whatever they want to do, they can do. There's no restrictions on this.
It's interesting that you mentioned that they can be here without a job on an EAD, which is not
that is right.
Employment-based EAD works.
That is right. They can be without job here in the United States. And it's fine too. Not a problem at all.
Wow. Okay.
There is no requirement. Like in the 485 application of the employment-based, if the main person loses a job, he's risking his green card, though. Of course, there are some exceptions available. But in this one, though, if he loses a job, that's fine. So what? He'll be unemployed for a while.
Got it. And Rahul Garu, one other question that I had was, I remember them saying that, the money that's invested would be returned at the end of a period of 5 years.
It's not 5 years, Sandy, because the total time period for this guy to get the green card is way lengthier than 5 years. So after the green card is approved, you can withdraw your investment. Okay. But when coming to choosing the investment though, I have to tell that I am not legally authorized to tell which investments to pick, which investments not to pick. Believe me, we will link you with a financial consultant. We will link you with the agencies. You have to speak with them though, but you have to make an independent decision whether that investment is good or not. But yeah, it is not 5 years. It is after you get the green card. You can't pull it out before you get the green card. The green card, when I meant, is not the temporary green card, the permanent green card.
Permanent green card, okay.
Right. And once you get the permanent green card, you can withdraw your money.
Okay. And that could be in any number of years. but
I would say at the minimum of 7 years, I can only say the minimum time. I don't give the maximum time. It may extend to 10 years too.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. And
no, I know you were saying something like $800,000. I don't know. I just came back from Dallas. Oh my goodness. These people who are on H-1Bs in Frisco, they are living in $1 million homes. Everybody's living in a $1 million home.
I know.
Everybody. So
amazing.
everybody is in $1 million home. I remember that until I got the green card, I had only one sofa. I used to sleep on without a bed, and the sofa was second hand. I bought it for $150. So I used to, we used to have that. And now I see that these people, of course, their amount of money, what they're making is way, way higher than what we were making in 1990s and in your case, 2000. But these people are living $1 million homes. In some of the communities, they're saying 900 homes, $1 million homes. They say that 95% are Indians. And they say a lot of these people are on H-1Bs. So that's, I started investigating into, maybe previously I thought that's a lot of money. Maybe that's not for them.
No, it's how they've turned the market, because it's become sort of a bidding war kind of a situation now. And they're not left with much of an option, but they are living very dangerously on the edge, That's what I think, but hey, more power to them, So that was one question. I kind of lost track on the other question that I wanted to ask you.
There's one question actually. Atul Mohan is asking the question that whether he can take the loan and get it.
Yes, that is what I wanted to ask about. Sorry.
Very interesting question.
Yes.
The money has to come from, you cannot take the loan on this investment, the one that you're putting $800,000. Okay. It has to be, if it's somewhere other than, there are under limited conditions, you can take a loan.
Okay.
For example, if somebody has house refinancing, you can do house refinancing and take a loan. But if the money is coming from a friend or so, though, it is very suspicious, and there are, I will have another lawyer discuss those options next weekend. If we can get that. No, I'll try to get another lawyer to discuss those options.
Okay. And sir, with this EB-5 option, does it have to be just the immediate family, extended family? Like who all can they apply for a green card for,
Just like the employment-based immigration, the spouse of you, or significant other nowadays, and the spouse, as a spouse, and your children who are under 21, unmarried.
Okay.
All are covered. Very similar to the employment. This is employment-based green card anyway. It's called EB-5, employment-based, 5th category. Yes. The spouse and children. So parents are not included.
Parents are not included.
Unfortunately. So they get all 4 people, all 2, wife and husband will get the employment authorization. In the employment base, the main person has to stick to the profession for which he is working. Let's say he's in IT. Can he do a finance? Can he be in the finance field? Move to finance field? No, he has to be in IT field. In this case, in the EB-5, both people can flip a burger in McDonald's. Both people can be Microsoft CEOs, or they can do multiple jobs. A lot of these people have limitations with the H-1Bs, what they can do, what they cannot do. So this is if they can afford it, they should consider the EB-5 option of consulting the lawyers.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And you mentioned that you will be able to set them up with the necessary advisors who can point them in the right direction towards what.
That's right. Yeah. In fact, I want to tell you that next week in our show,
yes,
I want to invite, with your permission, Nitya Garu, Charlie Opilham. You know this guy, right? Charlie Opilham.
God himself.
The God of numbers. That's right. He is the one. Charlie Opilham is the one who moved the priority dates, especially for you, in 2007, Nitya Garu. He made all the dates current. Every date current. Remember 2007? Yeah.
Yes.
And he was in charge of moving the dates until about 2023. He was in charge of moving the priority dates from a long period of time. I think so about more than 20 years or so he was in charge of it. Wow. Even in 2020, when he moved the dates, first he moved the EB-3, then he moved the EB-2. Wow. Of course we have, there are a lot of fans and there are a lot of people who are not happy with him, but either way, he moved the dates from back and forth. He's the person who's in charge of it. I'll try to see if I can, he said he would like to come and speak with our audiences.
Oh, wow.
So,
That will be
like,
so exciting, guys. This is amazing news, Andy Rahul Garu. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We do hope that you are able to bring him in as a guest, because I'm sure people are excited to hear what, what he has to say and current trends, what to expect in the future and stuff like that. So thank you.
That's right. What he wants to give an idea to the Indian nationals, how the priority dates are going to move, because remember I told you that I am the worst guy in predicting the priority date.
Yes.
And then I want to balance it out by bringing him into the show, because he is the best guy in predicting the dates. Of course, he has data, he has everything. He is the one who moves.
He's that parrot with all the cards.
Yeah, right.
Exactly what.
So he's going to cover my deficiencies, where I always go wrong. You can ask him the question, why did Rahul always went wrong? And he will tell what is expected to come in the priority dates, what should people do. Those things is what he's going to comment mostly on.
Fantastic, Andy. Thank you so much for that, Rahul Garu. All right. For those of you who don't know, he was, like Rahul Garu said, he's the priority dates numbers person in charge of moving it in 2007 and 2020 as well. So we really look forward to meeting Mr. Oppenheim in the next show. And on that note, let's take our first caller for the year. Okay. Caller with number ending in 8692. 8692, we're ready for you now. Hello?
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 Hello? Can you hear me?
Hi, ma'am. Yes. Thank you for calling. Happy New Year. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, same to you, ma'am. So I just have a question. So I have a green card, and it was approved 8 months ago. So I have a question. I want to ask you if I can go to India like for 15 days and then be in the U.S. for 15 days and do like this for like a year or so. Will that be a problem with my green card? Like say 50% of the time in India and 50% here. I can do it on, like a monthly basis every month, or versus I could go like 6 months at a stretch and then 6 months here. What do you think would be a better strategy?
There are many different criteria for which, if you want to make your green card secure, and if you want to get the citizenship, that I want you to follow it. First is you should not leave the country for more than 6 months at a single stretch. That means that every trip that you make it, try to keep it under 180 days. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Hello, ma'am?
Yep.
Okay, that's number one rule.
Yes.
Number two rule is that out of the total 5 years that you have the green card, though, when you apply for citizenship, you must be in the country for more than 2.5 years physically present in United States. So if from now onwards you are, since 8 months you are in USA, if from now onwards you're going to spend 50% of the time in India, 50% of the time in the United States, and every time you keep it under 180 days, I do not have a problem with your travel. I do not have a problem with your citizenship.
Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your help. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, for her, it may be very hard. Every 15 days travel, she can do every 5 months. That probably would be much better if she wants to do it based on how her job and how her things are. I don't know. But yeah, she doesn't have to do 15 days, 15 days. She can do 5 months here, 5 months there.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 4979. 4979, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Is Shiva here?
Sir, yes, we can hear you,
Hello?
sir. Thank you for calling. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for taking the call. I had two questions. One is regarding the H-1B stamping. If the designation is different in the H-1B LCA and in the employment verification letter, do you face any issue?
Are you getting the employment verification letter from the end client or from your employer?
From my employer.
How different is it?
Okay, if it is I know if it is a promotion, that would be fine. If it is not promotion, if it is
Give me the
promotion.
LCA title and the verification letter.
Okay, for suppose if the LCA is having the application architect, but the employment verification letter is having the application developer.
Can you not request your employer to change it because it's not end client?
Yeah, I can request them, but
that's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. If it's end clients, it's a different issue. But when it comes to your own company, it's easy to get it changed and get the same wording as LCA. That's better.
Yeah, thanks. And I have one more question regarding the domestic H-1B stamping in US. If we receive, if the visa is denied out, we get the 221G, can we stay in US and work?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely. That's the whole good part about it is. They normally won't give a 221G. They will tell you to go to India and get the stamping. But let me tell you one thing though. When it was there before 2004, which is approximately around 20 years ago, we never got any denials at all. Okay. But if you meet all the basic requirements, but even if the worst case, they don't issue 221G, they will just tell you that go to India and get the stamping. Okay.
Okay, but we can stay in US and work.
Absolutely, you can.
Thanks. Yeah. Thank you very much.
We'll go to the next person. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling in. All right. Let's take our next caller.
All the basic requirements. Yeah, but even if
okay, caller with number ending in 0955. 0955, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Hi, good evening, both of you.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, so my question is it legal to accept a sign-in bonus who is on F1?
Sign-in bonus? Absolutely. You have a problem, you can give the money to us.
So,
no, you're good.
No, there's no work permit right now. He's just student now.
So he doesn't have a work permit and they're giving a sign-on bonus.
He's going to finish like within.
I want him to wait. Yeah. I want to wait until he gets a work permit though. Okay.
Okay. So is it right thing to accept the offer now and then sign the contract and then he can accept the amount, actual amount when he runs a payroll?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So no issue on signing contract now?
No issue on signing contract even if you don't have work permit.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Congrats. All right. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller number ending in 9682. 9682. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Nitya ma'am. Hi, Rahul sir. Thanks for taking my call. Happy New Year.
Thank you for calling, sir. Happy New Year to you too. Go ahead with your question, sir.
Sir, we recently got our green card, me and my family. I had one question. If we apply FAFSA, like Federal Student Aid, will there be any issue in future, like for example, public charge issue during citizenship?
No. You will not be.
Okay. So no concerns applying for FAFSA then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. That was my question. And thanks for all your help.
Thank you. Wish you best of luck.
All right. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 2558. 2558. We're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 2558. Hello? Okay, can we try this caller again later, please? Let's take another caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 5086. 5086, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Good morning. Good morning. Good
Hi,
morning.
sir.
Sorry. Good evening. This is
Good evening.
this is Santosh. I'm currently on my OPT from my undergrad degree. On this OPT, I'm working for employer A as a contractor, with whom my contract ends on June 30 of 2024. And as my job duties, I'm working as a consultant to employer B. So as my OPT ends on May 31st of 2024, when I apply for STEM OPT extension, will this employment structure cause any difficulty with the OPT extension?
That means that you are working for a consultant. You're working for a consulting company, working for an end client. Will that cause any problem for the STEM extension? No, it does not.
Yes.
It does
will
not. It will not.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir. And one more question. So currently, as I mentioned before, that my OPT ends on May 31st, and the contract that I have with the employer A is ending on June 30. Like, do you think that may cause any difficulty as it's only 1 month, or would you suggest
it does not.
It
does not. You don't have to. You don't have to provide the contract when you file the STEM extension form. So it does not cause any problem, sir.
Okay,
thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. That's my query. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Thank you.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Thank you. Bye. Let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 2628. 2628, we're ready for you now. Hello? Caller with number ending in 2628, we're ready for you. Hello? Okay, let's try this caller again later, please. We'll try to get another caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 4262. 4262, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Hello, Garu. Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you. Happy New Year. Thank you for calling, sir. Please go ahead with your question.
Happy New Year to you too. Hello, Rahul Garu. Thank you for all your service. I have a quick question, sir. This is for one of my cousin who is trying for a F1 visa back in India. So he actually, unfortunately, he got denied 2 times. And now that he is skeptical and contemplating on applying for a new one, because he is hearing a lot of rumors saying you cannot apply for another visa interview for about 350 days or so, but there is no official news or rulemaking from State Department, but it's flying around. I don't know whether it is official.
Good. What is it? What is the question?
That, so is there a such rule that you cannot apply?
There is no such rule that you cannot apply within 365 days after you get your second rejection.
Okay, so he is good to apply for the 3rd time if needed.
Yes, sir. That's the meaning of it.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Any
you.
other questions, sir? Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank
That's
you so
all.
much for
Thank
calling. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 7375. 7375, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Hi, ma'am.
Hi, sir. Thank you for calling, sir. Please go ahead with your question.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, sure. Hi, Rahul Garu.
Hi.
In 2023, I planned my India travel for stamping. I'm working with an employer. And I had my H-1B with client A in Michigan. I was working from Ohio as work from home. And my LCA was then filed with client location as primary, home as secondary. But I had to switch to client B, which is in Connecticut, and I'm working from home on the same location.
So I checked, I then called you and asked for your suggestion. So in order to avoid any issues, and my attorney suggested that to file an amendment, even though it's not required, because I am working from the same jurisdiction and all. But unfortunately, I mean, I filed my amendment in premium and got it approved. Everything went well. But unfortunately, I did not travel due to some personal reasons. Now, by the time I wanted to travel, I switched to client C, which is in a different state, but I'm working from the same location. So I would like to ask if I should do the amendment again. It's the same question, but
in the matter of Simeo Solutions, which we contested in the federal court, which we lost though, if you change the physical location though, you are supposed to file the amendment. Since Ohio is your location though, client changes, you do not necessarily have to file an amendment unless there are change in the job duties. For example, if you're working in a software field and you are now going to work as a civil engineer, you definitely have to file an amendment. But if you're in the similar field, job duties are similar. Technically, it's not required. But, each person has their own theory saying that since you change the client, the job duties have significantly changed. Then you have to. But if the job duties have not significantly changed, we call it as material change, if not material change, then you don't have to. Okay? From last 1 year, things have not changed. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right. Let's take our next caller.
I don't know, when I get the call from something like Ohio or something, that feels good, Andy. The whole Indians are just going to Atlanta or to Dallas.
No, Atlanta is full and it's not nice anymore, guys. Please stop coming here. I can
Dallas
vouch
is
for
like
Dallas is long gone now,
They have communities built like 50 miles from 60 miles from downtown.
Yes.
Anna,
slowly,
Selena.
all the land is disappearing and there's just like buildings coming up. And in Atlanta, I don't know where all the animals are going to run because they seem to be getting in the way of people now.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Our people in Houston are leaving, so they'll come to us.
Really?
Okay. Yeah.
I hope so. I don't think they like it where it's so hot and arid out there. But on that note, okay. Caller number ending in 7585. 7585, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Thank you for calling. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead with your question.
Hello, ma'am. Yeah. First of all, happy New Year, sir, and
thank you so much.
Thanks a lot for doing this show and able to commit for a long time.
Sure.
I have a question, so I've been my previous employer A, filed for 485 in March of 2023, and in EB-2, and they filed the 485J supplement and supported the application. And my current employer, it was delayed. The firm was delayed, and finally it got approved, and he filed for 485 in June 2023 in EB-3. Now I got a 485 interview scheduled next month, and
is that for the March 2023 one or June 2023 one?
Both. So I got notice for both of them together, and with the same interview date and time, everything same. So I will go to the interview. I'm trying to prepare to go to the interview, and the question I have is I need to. So I'm trying to I'll be requesting them to cancel withdraw my 485 application for employer A and continue working for employer B is my intention.
Yeah, that's what they will actually request you to withdraw. No, I don't see any issues though. They may force you actually. They try to force you to withdraw one of it, and if you want to withdraw company A and you want to keep with company A, absolutely. They will have you write a statement that I'm withdrawing the 485 of that particular. Please make sure that you put the receipt number there, okay? Otherwise, you don't want both of them withdrawn, okay? They will tell you, will there be an issue? No. If they ask you the question, why did you file the green card in March of 2023 with one company and June of 2023 with one company? You can tell that you hate immigration lawyers, you hate coming to this show. You just want to get the green card ASAP, and then you want to get whatever gets you the green card, you are willing to agree those conditions with those things. And there's nothing wrong. Believe me, if I were you, I want to get the green card. I don't want to come to this show if I were you. So you can tell that if they ask you though, okay? Why did you file it? You said, I want to get away from the immigration lawyers and immigration forever. And as soon as I get it, I'm willing to accept any conditions for that. And that's the reason I wanted to join company A once I get the green card. And, I'm working with company B. Whichever gives the green card, I'm going to stick with them. Okay?
Okay. I have a couple more questions, so just to make sure that, I'm covered on the 485 application interview. Mm-hmm. So the first question is, in 2018, I got a warrant that was issued for failure to appear in court for traffic citation. It was like a minor 2 points. And the fine was paid immediately and the warrant was withdrawn. Is this something that, but all the questions that I replied in the 485, I said no. Is there something that I need to mention as yes?
No, sir. You're good. Absolutely. You paid penalty for less than $500, I assume?
Yes. It is 200 something.
Absolutely. You're good, sir. You don't have to mention yes anywhere of those questions. In fact, yes always brings people trouble for those things. They will interview them. They get a lot of doubts on those things. No, you answered correctly. You don't have to do that. Page number 16 of 485 instructions of the USCIS website clearly mentioned you don't have to answer yes to those questions. If it is a traffic violation, especially of your category. Now, if it's a DUI, it's definitely yes. Otherwise, you're good.
Okay, so wonderful.
Thank you.
And one last question. I during the 2009 recession, I lost the job, and I did a change of status application from H1 to F1 on the infamous Tri-Valley University, and at that time I had some I didn't find a job immediately. There was 4-5 months of time, 4 months I think, and then after that I found a job and applied for a H1 to H1 transfer, and while the application for Tri-Valley University was pending at that time. And subsequently, the H1 to H1 transfer was approved without the 94, and I had to go out of the country and come back in again to continue working for the new employer at that time. So after that, I've been in H1 subsequently for many years,
status
and I've been and proper status, and I've been going out and getting stamped and multiple entries and all that. So now, is that just because I was had an application for that influence in university, is that going to be a point of issue in my interview for 485?
So what's the reason why they gave you the H1B approval without the I-94? Is it because you already were being terminated from service from Tri-Valley University?
No, the application was pending. Yeah.
You mean to say that F1 application, so when you filed the change of status from F1 to H1, you said they gave you the H1B approval without the I-94. Is that right?
No. Actually, what happened is the first application was filed from H1 to F1 to Tri-Valley University. While that was pending, another application was made from H1 to H1 transfer.
H1. I got it. So they said your F1 is not approved and you can't apply the H1 to H1 transfer. You're not working for that company. Now, I don't see any problem.
And subsequently,
you went to India and got the stamping and came back. Now, I don't see any Tri-Valley people getting into trouble. However, I want you to carry a memo from USCIS, though, where it says that any violations done by you previous to your last entry into United States before you file the 485 should be ignored. Now, if it's a status violation, since your H1B, you lost the job in 2009, so you have the I-94, which is still valid though, which was, so technically speaking about it's just a status violation, okay? So I want you to speak with the lawyer, keep the memo with you, just in case if the company, if the officer says, oh, you violated the status in 2009, I'm not going to give the green card, then you can provide the memo. Now, why is that officers are ignorant about this particular memo is there is something called 245K, which is only applicable for the employment-based immigrants, though. It's not applicable for the family-based immigrants. If for the family-based immigrants, let's say you're married to a green card holder, you file, Even if a status violation is very small amount of period though, they may deny the 485 application though. But in the employment base though, they have to excuse every status violation. That, let's say for example, one guy comes on student visa, stays in the United States. He does not go to school for the next 5 years or 6 years. Okay. Then he leaves to India. He comes back on H-1B. Eventually he gets a green card. Can they deny their green card? No, they cannot. They don't have an authority. So you need to carry this memo and keep it with you. Don't do anything. Don't show the memo. If and when the officer points out that thing, oh, my lawyer gave me this memo. According to this, he said I will not be in trouble. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And
okay.
do I need to have an attorney? What do you suggest me to have an attorney to the interview?
With this kind of things, what you have, it doesn't look to me to warrant a lawyer to be taken with you though. But I would definitely consult with an immigration lawyer to go through, have a mock interview done, and then probably will have the lawyer give me the memo and point out in which place what I said is there. Okay? Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 9384. 9384, we're ready for you now. Hello? Hello? Hello, Andy. Please press *6 to unmute your line.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can
Hi,
you hear
sir.
me?
Yes, we can hear you now, sir. Thank you for calling, sir.
Hi,
go ahead.
I have a question about EB-1A criteria. Rahul sir, I wanted to ask you, if a candidate has accomplishments in sports, but they are like 10 years older, can they still be used as a qualifying criteria?
But are you going to mix that with sports with something else? Extraordinary ability is EB-1A. So let's say, for example, if you are trying to say that your extraordinary ability, you can't say that I'm extraordinary ability in sports and I'm extraordinary ability one category in sports, one category in, let's say, for example, IT, AI. You can't use both of them. The entire EB-1 should be for sports itself. Then you can. Even if it's more than 10 years, absolutely you can.
So I cannot use, say, high salary and, national achievements or state level achievements.
High salary in what field?
In IT?
High salary in IT and awards and all those things in, let's say you are a cricketer and you are one day international cricketer and then you are here high salary in IT, no, they don't match together.
Okay.
You have to be extraordinary
if I have...
in a certain field. In a certain field. Which field? Pick it up. Is it IT or is it sports?
Okay. Okay. So if it is sports and all my achievements are like in my childhood and 10 years older, would they still count or would they not count?
Yeah, they will count. They will still count. But the high salary should also, if you're putting the high salary, the high salary should also come from sports. Which I don't think so you're getting high salary. Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Right.
Okay then. Thank you.
Okay. So there is, yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, sir.
One thing, Nitya Garu, before not this caller, the previous caller, I said he should take a memo. That memo is written by the Donald Newfield, Acting Associate Director, Domestic Operations. It is dated July 14th, 2008. Remember that he has to take it, all previous violations, status violations should be excused. That is the memo. He can, if this gentleman is hearing it, he can Google it. Thank you.
Okay. Hopefully he's still watching. So let's hope he's got the news. Otherwise, hopefully he watches the recorded version of this to make sure he gets the rest of the news. All right. On that note, let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 0718. 0718. We ready for you now? Hello?
Hello, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Thank you for calling, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, happy to both of you. Thank you so much for helping us.
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So my question is regarding my H1B extension / amendment. So this is a follow-up question from a consultation which I did with you. So like this is so I used my EAD card for my second employment, and then my primary employer, I got a promotion in the other team, and then they don't want to use the EAD, but they wanted to extend my like H1B or amend my H1B. So as you confirmed, like when I had a call with you, you mentioned that there won't be any issue either in H1B extension or H1B amendment, right?
That's right.
Yeah. So so my follow-up question is like so I don't have my AP card, which has been pending since 20 months with Texas. So if I get this H1B extension / amendment with my primary employer, is it okay to travel to India to get it stamped? Because I'm still using my EAD for my second employment.
Absolutely, you can.
Okay, so they don't find anything about my second employment, or is it okay to do that?
As long as you have this job that you're working on, you can come back on H1B. You're good. Okay. For follow-up consultation, though, don't come to this. We have a follow-up consultation. You can send an email. I'll give you a time where you can come and speak with me. You don't have to pay me again. Okay.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
But just to confirm, like, so there won't be any issues in extension or amendment?
No, sir. I don't see any issues in it. Absolutely none. Zero.
Okay.
Okay. Send me an email. I'll send you.
Yeah, because I'm planning to do that extension.
Yeah. Thank you.
We are planning to do
you send an email
tomorrow. So
we'll do off the record. Okay. You are a paid customer of me. I'll give you a free follow-up call. Okay. Next person, please.
Thank you so much for calling, sir. Appreciate it. Rahul, one other question that I wanted to ask you was about the EB-5 thing. You know, is there a person specifically in your company that they need to call or reach out to discuss any applications for EB-5?
Right. There is a specific email that's called EB-5@rnlawgroup.com. Will be monitored by a couple of people who are handling it. EB-5@rnlawgroup.com. Yeah.
At rnlawgroup.com. So everybody who's watching, EB-5@rnlawgroup.com is the email ID where you need to reach out to. And then someone from Rahul Garu's firm will be reaching out back to you and then setting up whatever is necessary, right?
Sure. Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 0509. 0509. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hey, namaste, Nitya Garu. Namaste.
Namaste, sir. Happy New Year, sir. Thank you for calling, Andy. Please go ahead, sir.
I have a question. I want to apply EAD for my wife based on my primary H1. Does she need to have that H4 I-738 copy, or is the stamping and the visa stamping on her passport is good enough?
Visa stamping and passport is good enough. Let's say, for example, your wife is coming on visa stamping and she doesn't have the I-797, because you don't need I-797 for the visa stamping. She can eligible. If your I-140 is approved, she is eligible. You just have to provide, when you apply for the EAD, you have to provide the copy of the visa. You have to provide the I-94. She is good to file the EAD. Okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller. Okay, caller with number ending in 4942. 4942, we ready for you now? Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Thank you for calling, sir. Please go ahead. Oh, *6, sir, to unmute your line. Hello?
Yes, I'm unmuted.
Okay.
Rahul and Nitya, thank you for doing this. You guys are just amazing. My name is Dhananjay. I had a question on EB2 national interest waiver. I've been in this country for 10 years. I have a job which I don't enjoy, but I did get my EB2 NIW on a self-petition. Now, if I want to go back to India and come back, can I, at some point in time, get my green card, or what are my options?
Right. You can get the green card. You can convert this into a consular processing, which I want you to do it right now, okay? And the form that you need to file is called I-824. Since it's a
Rahul,
self-petition,
I must say, I'm a Canadian citizen. I'm not an Indian citizen.
Well, whatever place you want to send it to. I said Indian consulate. You can send it to Canada, though. You can file a form called I-824. Okay, Dhananjay. Then you request the USCIS to send your I-140 approval to the consulate you want to visit, where you want to get the green card in Canada, and you can then go and stay there. And then once the priority date becomes current, you can do the consular processing and get the green card in Canada. Since you are an NIW person,
would I need a job at that point in time?
You don't need a job at that point of time, though, because you are coming on a national interest waiver. You don't need to have an employer at that point of time. But they may ask, how would you support yourself in United States? You may have to show some assets. That will be enough. In Canadian, assets are good enough to show that you will be able to support. Since you're NIW, though, you don't need an employer at that time to sponsor. Now, why would I tell you to do the I-824 right now? Because the processing time of I-824 is almost like 1.5 years. So you do it right now. Then people ask me questions. What if I file this I-824? What if the I-824 is approved and I decided not to go to Canada and stay here in United States? Can I file the 485 application in United States even though they send my I-140 approval to the Canadian consulate? The answer is yes, you can file the 485. Okay? You can do, if you do consular processing, you can use the same thing for both of those things. So do it. If you have a scintilla of doubt right now that you're going to stay here or not, do the I-824. And it's a very simple form. Do you need to go through a lawyer? I don't recommend it. It's I-824. Just request the USCIS to send it to the consulate that you want to. That's it. Okay?
Thank you guys so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. I appreciate it.
Very different kinds of questions. Our guys will have more knowledge than the immigration lawyers.
Sir, I can't tell you how much I've learned from being on this show. You know, it's incredible.
Yeah, I can't believe those many questions can come in. Yeah.
I think if anyone is preparing for the bar exam also, they just need to keep watching the show, you know. Every scenario is covered here. All right, on to the next call. Okay, caller with number ending in 5630. 5630, we're ready for you now? Hello?
Hi, thank you. Hello, Nitya garu.
Hi, sir.
Hello, Rahul garu.
Hi, sir.
Thank you for taking my call.
Sir, thank you for calling, sir.
Two questions ఉన్నాయి.
Sure.
Thank you.
తప్పకుండా.
ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ వచ్చి నేను లాస్ట్ టైం ఇండియా ట్రావెల్ చేసినప్పుడు నా H1 ఎక్స్టెన్షన్లో ఉండింది. సో ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ అప్రూవ్ అయ్యాక నేను ట్రావెల్ చేశాను, బట్ వీసా స్టాంపింగ్ అవ్వలేదు. బట్ మై ప్రీవియస్ వీసా వాజ్ వ్యాలిడ్ టిల్ లాస్ట్ నవంబర్. సో నేను ట్రావెల్ చేసినప్పుడు నాకు 26 నవంబర్ వరకు ఉండాల్సిన H1 ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ అది ఉంది. I-94 వచ్చేసి 26 Jan వరకు ఇచ్చారు. సో వాట్ విల్ బి మై ఆప్షన్ ఫర్ గెటింగ్ మై I-94 వ్యాలిడ్ టిల్ my extension?
But your passport stamping has expired in November.
My visa stamping was expired in last November, last year. Yes.
So on what basis did they give you to until January though? I know that you filed the extension. When you file the extension, you file the extension from January 2024 to 2027, or did you apply the extension from November 2023 to 2026 November?
No, November 23 to November 26.
On what basis did they give it until? On what basis did they give it until January of 2024? It's just a doubt that I'm getting.
So when
because either they when you entered, when you entered, they should have either given until November 2023 or November 2026.
Yeah, that's a good question. So, ఏమైందంటే నాది నేను జూలైలో నాది ఎక్స్టెన్షన్ అప్రూవ్ అయిపోయింది, బట్ ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా అన్నమాట ఆ టైంలో. ప్రీమియంలో నేను ఇండియా వెళ్ళక ముందు ఫైల్ చేసాము.
That you told me.
Right. So,
but that extension was approved until 2026 November.
Correct. సో నేను వచ్చినప్పుడు ఆఫీసర్ని కూడా అడిగాను, ఇమిగ్రేషన్ ఆఫీసర్ని. So this is my new extension.
H1B.
So based on this, I should get the new.
Based on that, you should have got the I-90. If you have showed it, you should have got until 2025-26. Yeah, they should have given you until that time. But
right.
Why did they give only until January is my question. Go ahead.
Yeah. So he said your this current extension is starting on November. I cannot give you this much time. I can only give till January 26th. That's what he said. I said like my extension is valid till 26. I am supposed to get that till that time.
Okay, I got the point. So anyway, that guy officer seems to doesn't have a knowledge. He should be listening to TVASIA. He will get better knowledge. He should have given until November 2026 though. Now you have two options.
Okay.
Either you can go to Mexico and come back, and then you show the proper officer that your I-94, your 797 is valid. That's one thing that you can do, but you have to do it before January 26th though. Or you have to go outside the country, get the stamping. The third option is file a H1B extension. Okay?
File H1B extension again. Oh, okay. Got
before
it.
January.
Similar to Margarita Magic.
Yeah. Margarita Magic also you can do it.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You can do Margarita Magic.
And
Margarita Magic should work.
ఇంకొక questions. Yeah, sure. Thank you. And ఇంకొక question అందులోనే same thing. Some Texas లో కొన్ని centers లో without exiting US మనం I-94 extension చేయొచ్చు అని కొన్ని అంతకుముందు విన్నాను.
Not exiting. What people do is that they go to Laredo. They get outside United States. There is always a line, is right? Remember in the blue streak, there's a nice movie if you want to see that. There's a line there. They cross the border. They don't go to Mexico. They come back. However, the officers, there are some success rates, a lot of failure rates there. What the CBP is telling is that it's not a meaningful departure. Since it's not a meaningful departure, they will just allow you to come in without doing anything. Okay?
Okay, got it.
I recommend people flying though.
Got it. Sure. Fly days, but I don't have a visa, so
you can get the
visa valid.
Well, if you don't have a visa, you don't need a visa to come back. Definitely, you probably need a visa to go to Mexico. So it's up to you. If you want to try the Laredo thing, you try it. If that doesn't work, maybe try to get a Mexican visa in the short period of time. If you get a Mexican visa, you absolutely will have no problem going and coming back. And at the same time, just in case if they, be prepared to file the extension, be prepared. Don't go all the way to the end. Oh, I don't have this. Then you will be na garka na gatka. We'll go to the next person.
Okay, got it.
And so usually Mexican visas are pretty fast from what I've dealt with in the past. So they're pretty good point.
Okay. So do you know average timing, how an average Mexican visa?
I don't know. I know there's a Mexican consulate office. There are 3 or 4 of them in Houston. Not one. There are a couple of them consulate offices. There's one just opposite to my office. I know in cities like Atlanta also, there's probably 1 or 2 of them.
Some of them give you on the spot. Some of them take maximum a week to 10 days from what my personal experience has been. I cannot speak for them, but from my own experience, I had my visa get stamped like right away. In the office, and they just gave it to me at that point.
Thank you. Next
one more thing on this Margarita Magic mida, which border is better to go?
Cancun. I don't recommend driving though. I don't recommend. There are a lot of people who are unsuccessful. I don't. So fly. You can fly to any Mexican city. People ask me. I just say something randomly. Cancun. That's it. Okay then. Thank you.
Okay, got it. ఇంకొక క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది. సో ఐఎమ్ స్టక్ విత్ దిస్ వీసా థింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ 2016. సో ఐ వాస్ వండరింగ్ EB-1 కేటగిరీలో జనరల్లీ పిహెచ్డి వాళ్ళు ఆర్టికల్ సబ్మిట్ చేసి ఇది చేసే ఆప్షన్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా EB1 లోకి మార్చుకోవడానికి. సో పిహెచ్డి చేసిన వాళ్ళు, బట్ I didn't do masters or anything. I'm on bachelor's. So I was wondering, will there be like those kind of any options available for me on?
EB1 has 3 categories. Of course, EB1C, multinational executive. Even a person without a 10th grade can be qualified for EB1C. EB1A is called extraordinary. Okay, extraordinary ability. I have actually done a guy who can just barely sign his signature, and he doesn't know, and he's not completed 10th. Of course, you know that, right? So it's not that you have to have a lot of degrees to get it, but this particular guy makes the cement molds, and in making the cement molds, he is the best guy in the entire world.
Wow.
Okay.
So you give him a picture of anything, he will make a cement mold of it. So he's definitely in that particular category. So you don't have to have a doctorate degree to be qualified, especially under EB1A category. He doesn't even ask your degree at all. Out of the 10 requirements, does it say doctorate degree as a, do you need to have a doctorate degree, bachelor's degree, 10th grade? You must be literate? No. Anguta chabi theek hai. Now, EB1B category though, even though it doesn't speak that it requires a doctorate degree, it kind of points out that you probably need to have a doctorate degree or something. It points out. Now, there are some exceptions if you are working in a research field, even if you have a master, let's say you have a master's degree in biological science, if you are working on research and certain qualifications are required, people can be qualified under EB1B. They don't necessarily need to have a doctorate degree. Okay? Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you so much, Andy.
Thank you
Nice
so much
information.
for
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, appreciate it. Bye, sir. Let's take our next caller.
Bye, Andy.
All right, caller with number ending in 0743. 0743, we're ready for you now. Hello?
They don't necessarily need.
Hello?
Hello, man. Okay, hello.
Hello, sir? Yes.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Hi,
Thank you for coming. Go ahead, sir. Sir, can you put
Hi,
your
happy-
TV on mute if you don't mind?
Yeah, I put it.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. Please go
Can
ahead.
you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have a kind of a question. My H1B renewal is coming up in October, coming August. Okay, and I have to renew for my wife and daughter H4 also.
Of course.
And this year, our most feared year came, and my daughter is going to age out in the middle of the H1 renewal period, right? She'll be aging out on July 2025. That will be 11 months from the renewal period, right? So her renewal period will still be 3 years in the 29 application?
No, sir. No, sir. You can only request until she becomes 21, not afterwards. And there is a small trick here, though. Normally, when you file for your wife and daughter, you file one I-539 application. But if you file one I-539 application now, your wife will also get H4 approved until July 2025 when your daughter is becoming 21. So I want you to file 2 separate H4 applications, though. One for your wife, one for your wife, one for your daughter. 2 separate applications, so that your daughter will get until July and your wife will get for 3 years. And have you made other plans for her to move into F1 though?
Yeah, that's I thought of doing it right after the H4 approval.
Okay, yeah, you should do, you can do it. I want you to do premium processing of the F1 visa. The reason is that I want the F1 to be approved before July of 2025, not after July of 2025.
Right.
Technically, is it required that they must get the approval before July 2025? No, it is just a TVASIA recommendation to you. Because if there is a problem, we can always fix it. You see the point? Don't wait until August or July, September to get the F1 approved. Get it approved before somewhere you file, get it approved before. That's better, okay? Thank you.
Okay, maybe February of 2025 will be better time to start, right?
Yeah, that would be much better. Because she's in the middle of a semester, she will get it at that time. Thank you. We'll go to the next caller, Andy.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling,
Thank you.
Andy.
Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 4757. 4757, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Yeah. Hello, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, sir. Fine, thank you. How are you, sir?
Good, good. Happy New Year to both of you.
Happy New Year to you
Thank
as well,
you.
sir. Sir, please go ahead with your question. Thank
Yeah.
you for calling.
Yeah. My question is, I'm on H1B, and I am also in adjustment of status. H1B is expiring later in the year, and both the children are age out, but they are protected because 485 has been filed. So my question is, if I am changing the job, what all precautions I have to take care?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You have an EAD, you move to another new company, and the new company job should be in the similar field. So if you are in IT, when you move to a new job, you have to be in IT. Can you move from SAP to Oracle? Yeah, it's still software for me. You can, absolutely not a problem.
Any other precautions I have to keep in mind?
Nothing. The new company must be willing to give the I-485J supplement to you. Do you need to file the I-485J supplement immediately right now? No, you don't need to. It's not like H-1B transfer. It's not like H-1B amendment where you have to file the 485J supplement before. You can do it later on. If you get an RFE, you can submit at that time. If there is an interview, you take the 485J with you. You don't have to necessarily file the 485J supplement. If you get the green card, you don't have to submit without, when the priority date becomes you get the green card, you never submitted a 485J supplement, you're good. No problem with it. Okay?
And the current employer can create any issue or?
Zero zip. I'm already assuming that your I-140 is already approved, and it's been more than
approved.
Well, wait, let me finish the second sentence though. And it's been more than 180 days that you filed the 485 application. Both conditions are met. They can do nothing to you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, sir.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's take our next caller.
Okay, caller with number ending in 4942.
4942, we're ready for you now. Ending in 5255. 5255, we're ready for you now. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, sir.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ready for the call.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for calling.
Hello.
Please go ahead with your question. Yeah.
So should I ask my question now?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
yes. One objection I have, Nitya Garu and the caller. You said you are ready, and the caller said he is ready. Actually, I am ready. My last name is R-E-D-D-Y. Go ahead. I'm just joking.
On this show, everybody is ready. It is the ready show, you know. So we all, by association, become readies only. I am always ready on this show.
Okay, sir. Sorry, just a joke. Okay, go ahead, sir, with your question.
Yeah. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. So, sir, actually, I came to US last year, April 2023, with company H1B, and I came alone. And in between, I never went to India. Now, my family, my wife and daughter, their H1B stamping has done. H4, not H1B, sorry, H4 stamping
H4.
also done on their passport.
Yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
So
nice.
now, hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead. They're H4 stamped. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So now I'm planning to go India on month of April around. So I'm planning to take them, bring them in US. So in between, I'm getting offer from company B, and they are planning to change my H1B from A to B. So in between, if they have filed and my change USCIS and I got the receipt, so in between, can I travel and get them here, or should I wait once it is over?
I would recommend either of these two options for you. You first get the H-1B approval from this company. You join the company. And when is your H-1B stamping, passport stamping expiring? When is your H-1B passport stamping expiring? When is your H-1B passport stamping expiring?
No, that is for September 2025.
Sounds good. So I recommend this option. You get the H-1B approval from company B. You start working from company B. You go to India.
Okay.
When you come back, you show them company B's H-1B approval, and they will give an I-94 until company B's H-1B approval. And your wife and children, even though they got the stamping with company A, even though you are not working for company A, you are working for company B, they will have zero problems in coming into United States. That's one option I will do.
Okay.
The second option that I will do is that go ahead, have fun in India, bring your family here, then apply for the change of status here. Change of employer, sorry. Once you come back.
Okay. And so, yeah, thanks for this advice. And so, suppose they are filing for premium, if I'm getting my H-1B change within 1 month or something. So in that case, I'll continue for, sorry, sir?
Got it. You do the premium processing of H-1B, company B's H-1B gets approved. I'm listening. Go ahead forward.
Yeah. Once that is approved, then with the new document, when I'm going back to India to bring my family, so that time can I again file the DS-160 and new stamping? Is it possible? And that is also advisable?
It's possible, but it's not advisable. Since you have a stamping until 2025, you don't have to go for stamping there in India. You can just use the same stamping of company A, even though you will not be working for company A and you will be working for company B. But when you enter into United States, you have to show the H-1B approval of company B, and you have to tell them, I'm going to be working for company B, not company A. And you will have zero zip problems coming into United States. I do not recommend you going for stamping right now. We'll go to the next caller, Andy.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I do the stamping, then my visa will extend for another 3 years. That will be one benefit.
You can. It will be extended for a period of 2 years. I'm assuming not 3 years, because it's only until you have until 2025. You will be getting until 2027. Yeah. But why do you have to take that extra step of going for stamping? You can do that later on. But is it illegal to go for stamping right now? It's not illegal. It's not recommended.
Okay.
We'll go to the next call.
Okay. Got it. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for calling. All right. Let's take our next caller. Okay. Caller with number ending in 9867. 9867. We're ready for you. Hello? Caller with number ending in 9867. Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Yes, we can hear you, sir. Thank you for calling. Sir, you need to press *6 to unmute your line.
Madam?
Yes, sir. Vinpartan, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Chappan, sir. Please go ahead with your question. Yeah.
Sir, ఒక చిన్న క్వశ్చన్ అండి. అది EB-3 ఇది EAD-AP రెన్యువల్ అప్లై చేసామండి, కానీ అది 4 months అయిందండి. అది సో అది ఆ అప్లికేషన్ ఉండగానే లైక్ మళ్ళీ EB-2 485 ఉపయోగించుకొని కెన్ వి అప్లై ఫర్ ద EAD-AP రెన్యువల్?
You can absolutely. You can.
Correct. But one EB-3 485 based EAD-AP extension case withdraw చేసుకోవాలండి?
Absolutely not needed. There is a chance that one of the EAD, the second EAD may be denied, saying that you already received the benefits. There is a slight chance for it, but you don't have to withdraw the previous one. You're fine. You can have both the things going on at the same time.
Yeah, first the apply చేసింది EB-3 based అండి. So కానీ 4-5
Yeah.
పెట్టింది ఇంకా రావట్లేదు ఇంకా.
I got the point. You can apply for this one.
All right.
Absolutely not a problem.
ఎందుకంటే
Thanks,
ఫస్ట్ లో EB-2 ఉంది, దాని తర్వాత డౌన్ గ్రేడ్ చేసి మళ్ళీ EB-5 చేశారు.
Got it. I got the point. You can apply both EADs under this condition.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. Bye.
All right, folks. I know we have a ton of other callers waiting, but unfortunately, as always, our show, somehow time seems to always run out quickly when we're on this show. But to all our viewers, thank you so much for calling, Andy. We will be back same time, same place next week. And sorry about that. Yeah. Rahul Garu, thank you so much, Andy, on this new year, starting our first episode of the year. And thank you for being here and answering all the questions patiently. And we really look forward to you bringing our guest for next week's show. It's a really exciting piece of news that I can't wait to interview Mr. Charlie as well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
To all our viewers, stay safe, have a happy week, and we'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.